catch up on this week's royal family updates. From exciting announcements to behind-the-scenes insights into the British monarchy, we've got all the latest news. Don't miss what's happening in the world of the royal family. Stay tuned and be part of the royal buzz. Public events of such magnitude as the state funeral of Queen Elizabeth II are typically associated with solemnity, restraint, and a deep sense of respect for the loss of a great historical figure. However, even in such a formal setting, human moments cannot be entirely erased, especially when children are involved. During the official proceedings, while awaiting the transportation of the Queen's coffin, Prince George and Princess Charlotte exhibit a characteristic childlike playfulness. George playfully pinches his sister, prompting her reaction. This moment was noticed by readers from lip reading and sparked discussions online. Queen Consort Camilla appeared irritated and pointed at Charlotte, which prompted Princess Catherine to intervene. This small moment, in turn, becomes a subject of discussion both among the nobility and in the media. This incident raises questions about how the modern reality of public life within the monarchy balances the strictness of tradition with the natural spontaneity of childhood. On one hand, royal traditions impose high expectations on family members' behavior during official events. On the other, even children from the most privileged backgrounds are not exempt from their natural traits: playfulness, curiosity, and sometimes even rebelliousness. The incident involving Prince George and Princess Charlotte vividly illustrates this paradox. Their minor mischievousness at such a solemn moment did not diminish the ceremony's grandeur, but rather demonstrated that even in the depths of mourning, children's energy finds ways to express itself. This contrast between childlike spontaneity and royal duty prompts a broader question. How important is human authenticity in preserving the prestigious image of the monarchy? Observing how members of the royal family react to such moments offers insight into the evolving approaches to upbringing in an environment of constant public scrutiny. Princess Catherine, one of the most prominent figures of modern monarchy, demonstrates remarkable composure and tact. Instead of stern reprimands or public disapproval, she uses the moment as an opportunity for gentle guidance, maintaining a connection with her children while subtly reinforcing the decorum expected of them. Her approach preserves respect for tradition while also embracing empathy and an understanding of children's natural needs. This strategy not only strengthens familial bonds, but also helps shape a modern image of the monarchy, one in which human warmth and traditional values coexist harmoniously. At first glance, George's playful pinch may seem insignificant, but it reflects deeper shifts in public perceptions of the royal family. In today's world, society increasingly values openness, sincerity, and the ability of leaders and their families to remain true to themselves, even within the rigid framework of protocol. Childlike spontaneity becomes a symbol of transition, from a monarchy perceived as somewhat distant from everyday reality to one that embraces vulnerability and relatability. Moreover, such an episode provides a glimpse into how royal children begin to learn and interpret royal etiquette. Princess Charlotte reminding her brother to bow as the coffin passed does not merely demonstrate her knowledge of protocol, it symbolizes her first steps in understanding her future status and responsibilities. This moment can be seen as an indication that even amid natural childhood play, the foundations of duty and respect for tradition are already being laid. In the age of modern media and social networks, every royal moment becomes a subject of intense discussion and debate. A minor act of mischief that might have gone unnoticed in the past now becomes a viral event, allowing people worldwide to analyze and interpret every gesture. In this case, reactions ranged from light-hearted humor to serious analyses of family dynamics and royal parenting strategies. Observers, experts, and even ordinary social media users suggest that such incidents have the potential to reshape traditional perceptions of the monarchy. The mixture of formality and playfulness makes the royal heirs appear more relatable and accessible to contemporary society, where transparency and humanity have become key criteria for trust in leaders. If we view this incident as a microcosm of larger trends, it suggests that the monarchy in the 21st century will inevitably evolve toward greater openness and adaptability to modern realities. From an early age, royal children face the dual pressures of public attention and responsibility, making them not just symbols of heritage, but also active participants in shaping the monarchy's evolving image. Their natural, unfiltered behavior amid rigid traditions may contribute to a re-evaluation of outdated norms and the creation of a more flexible system, one where time-honored values coexist with contemporary approaches to parenting and public conduct. Perhaps in the future, the royal family will place even greater emphasis on personal qualities and family values, allowing it to better adapt to the demands of the times. Such a fusion of tradition and innovation would not only strengthen the monarchy's standing in the eyes of the public, but also serve as a model for other public institutions, proving that even under immense responsibility, it is possible to maintain warmth and authenticity. Analyzing this episode leads to the conclusion that despite its long-standing traditions and strict protocols, the royal family remains a living and evolving entity. The playful moment between Prince George and Princess Charlotte, Princess Catherine's tactful intervention, and the public's reaction all point to a monarchy capable of preserving its uniqueness while adapting to a changing world. Ultimately, such moments not only add a human touch to official ceremonies, but also open new perspectives on understanding and reinterpreting the role of tradition in modern society. The British monarchy is undergoing a period of significant change. Following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, King Charles III is implementing reforms aimed at modernising the institution, reducing the number of working royal family members, and appealing to younger generations. One of the figures who has attracted public attention in this context is Lady Louise Windsor, the daughter of Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh. Her growing popularity has sparked interest and debate, particularly regarding potential changes to her status. Lady Louise Windsor has led a relatively private life since childhood, remaining in the shadow of other royal family members. Her parents decided not to give her the title of princess, allowing her the freedom to choose between a private and public life. She attended regular schools, worked at a garden centre, and was passionate about equestrian sports, especially carriage driving, which brought her closer to her late grandfather, Prince Philip. However, after the death of Queen Elizabeth II, attention towards Louise increased. Her appearance at her grandmother's funeral, followed by her participation in the Platinum Jubilee, and King Charles III's coronation, showcased her ability to represent the monarchy with dignity and humility. These qualities endeared her to the public and received positive feedback from the king. King Charles III is pursuing a policy of reducing the number of working royal family members, leaving only key figures to perform official duties. However, with fewer working monarchs, there is a need for new faces capable of maintaining a connection with the public. Lady Louise, with her modesty, hard work, and respect for tradition, is seen as a potential candidate for a more active role in the monarchy. One of the key questions is whether the king will grant Louise the official title of princess. Initially, her parents chose not to use this title, allowing their daughter a freer path. However, now that Louise is actively involved in royal family events, there is growing discussion about the possibility of changing her status. Supporters of granting her the title argue that it would solidify her role in the monarchy and give her duties official status. Critics, on the other hand, believe it could place her in the media spotlight and shift her image away from that of a modest, people-oriented figure. Louise's increasing role also touches on the balance of power within the royal family. According to several sources, Queen Camilla may feel concerned about her young relative's popularity. Camilla has long sought recognition from the public and her place within the monarchy. Now that she is officially the Queen Consort, any changes to the composition of the monarchy's key figures could affect her position. Some experts suggest that Camilla may fear that Louise will attract too much attention, shifting the focus away from her own activities. Additionally, a potential increase in Louise's status could impact the role of Camilla's children from her first marriage, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes, who are not working members of the royal family. Whether Lady Louise Windsor will play a more significant role in the monarchy remains an open question. On one hand, she possesses all the qualities needed for a modern royal family member: modesty, respect for tradition, and the ability to balance official duties with ordinary life. On the other hand, changes to her status could create tensions within the monarchy and attract unnecessary media attention. Regardless of how her future unfolds, one thing is clear: Lady Louise has already become a symbol of the blend of tradition and modernity within the British monarchy. Her next steps will largely determine the future of the royal family in the 21st century. Prince William and the Princess of Wales will miss the 2025 BAFTA Awards ceremony. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts BAFTA ceremony in 2025 will take place without the presence of Prince William and the Princess of Wales, as announced by Kensington Palace. Although the couple has attended this iconic event multiple times, they have decided to skip the ceremony this year, which will be held on Sunday, February 16th. Prince William, who serves as BAFTA's president, has missed the prestigious ceremony before. Last year, he was forced to walk the red carpet alone as the Princess of Wales was still recovering from a scheduled surgery. Experts suggest that the couple's absence from the 2025 ceremony is due to several factors, including family matters and commitments to their children, as the event coincides with the start of their children's school holidays. Although Prince William will not attend the event in person, he will appear in a video segment during the ceremony. The Prince will continue his efforts to support British cinema and the next generation of talent, focusing on other planned engagements. This is not the first time Prince William has missed BAFTA. In 2021, he was absent due to the sudden death of his grandfather, and in 2022, his absence was explained by schedule constraints. Experts believe that the prince's focus on personal and family matters is a priority, underscoring his role as the head of the family. It is important to note that despite his absence from the main event, Prince William remains actively involved in supporting the film industry and culture in the UK. He has been BAFTA's president since 2010, succeeding Lord Attenborough. Before that, the position was held by Prince Philip and Princess Anne, highlighting the significance of this role within the British royal family. The 2025 BAFTA ceremony coincides with the start of the school holidays for the Prince and Princess of Wales's children. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis will be on holiday, and the parents are likely to spend time with their children during this period. Experts believe that for the William family, it is essential to prioritise family values and spend quality time together, which may explain their decision to skip this important public event. School holidays for the royal children are not only an opportunity for rest, but also a chance for parents to bond with their children, which is a crucial aspect of their upbringing. The prince and princess always emphasize the importance of family traditions and building strong relationships with their children, which also affects their participation in public events. Prince William will continue to support British cinema actively, despite missing the BAFTA Awards. On February 14th, 2025, the day before the awards ceremony, he will visit the London Screen Academy in Islington to learn how the Academy is developing future talent in film and television. Prince William will meet with students studying costume, makeup and production and discuss their collaborative graduation project. Prince William's appointment as BAFTA president in 2010 marked an important milestone in his life. This event highlighted his commitment to supporting cultural initiatives and advancing British cinema. Prince William and the Princess of Wales will not attend the 2025 BAFTA ceremony due to family circumstances and their children's school holidays. However, Prince William continues to actively support British cinema, playing a significant role at BAFTA and participating in various cultural initiatives. Experts believe his focus on developing future talent in film and television demonstrates his serious commitment to supporting creative industries and cultural projects. Princess Anne and Queen Camilla. Tense relations or mere rumours? The British royal family has always been the focus of public attention, and the relationships between its members frequently become a topic of discussion. One subject of interest among monarchy enthusiasts is the alleged tension between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla. But how true are these claims? Princess Anne, known for her unwavering dedication to the monarchy and impeccable fulfillment of royal duties, was long considered close to the late Queen Elizabeth II. According to some sources, she may not have initially supported her brother, King Charles III, marrying Camilla Parker Bowles, now Queen Camilla. These rumours stem from the belief that Anne, like many members of the royal family, was deeply affected by Charles's divorce from Princess Diana. Unverified reports suggest that Princess Anne allegedly tried to prevent Camilla from receiving the title of Queen after Charles ascended the throne. However, there is no official confirmation of this claim. It is well known that Queen Elizabeth II expressed her wish during her lifetime that Camilla be styled as Queen Consort, a decision that was honoured after Charles's coronation. Princess Anne is renowned for her strong work ethic and strict adherence to tradition, while Camilla is known for her softer approach to royal duties. These differences could have led to disagreements between them, but there is no credible evidence of any actual conflict. More likely, their differing personalities and perspectives do not interfere with their ability to carry out their responsibilities. Some sources claim that Princess Anne attempted to limit Camilla's access to important royal documents and minimize her influence in decision-making. However, such allegations remain unverified and seem more speculative than factual. At times, the media has pointed out moments of apparent coldness between Anne and Camilla during official events. However, it is essential to consider that members of the royal family rarely display emotions in public, and drawing conclusions from isolated images and gestures can be misleading. While rumours of strained relations between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla persist, there is no solid evidence of an ongoing conflict. Differences in character and approaches to royal duties are possible, but they do not necessarily indicate open discord. As in any family, disagreements may exist within the royal household, yet official sources suggest that both women continue to fulfill their roles in service to the monarchy. Looking beyond the verified facts, one might speculate that the subtle undercurrents in their public interactions reflect a broader evolution within the royal family. The contrasting styles of Princess Anne's traditional rigour and Queen Camilla's softer diplomacy may not indicate deep-seated animosity, but rather highlight the adaptive dynamics of an institution in transition. As the monarchy grapples with modern expectations while preserving its historic legacy, these nuanced differences could be seen as part of an internal balancing act, a mechanism that allows for varied approaches to duty without necessarily undermining unity. For over 50 years, the relationship between Charles and Camilla has been under public scrutiny, not just during formal ceremonies, but also in those informal moments where a simple phrase can breathe new life into a weary monarch. A recent example, Camilla's encouraging words, "Come on, darling," have become a symbol of their unique bond. Royal life has long been enveloped in complex protocols, and even after decades, these rituals can weigh heavily on those who must uphold them. In this context, Camilla's role takes on particular significance. Unlike the strict demeanor of many other royal family members, her informal approach allows her to diffuse tension in moments when Charles is fatigued by official engagements, foster an atmosphere of trust and ease, which not only strengthens internal relationships, but also helps soften the monarchy's public image. This approach suggests a possible desire within the royal family to step away from an overly rigid model of behavior, and may even signal the beginning of a new era, one where sincerity and human connection outweigh the strict adherence to centuries-old traditions. There is reason to believe that Camilla has no intention of fully conforming to the traditional framework of a royal role. Despite her evident support for Charles and her appreciation for life beyond endless ceremonies, rumors and insider reports indicate a certain skepticism on her part towards some aspects of protocol. Sources suggest that Camilla never actively sought the title of Queen in its fullest sense, preferring instead to enjoy life without the burden of heavy official duties. This could reflect a growing trend among modern elites to preserve their individuality without sacrificing personal comfort for the sake of ritual. If this tendency gains traction, the monarchy could find itself on the brink of reform, where flexibility and adaptability take precedence. In the coming years, we may witness new formats for public engagements, ones that focus more on personal interaction and are less constrained by outdated traditions. The relationship between Charles and Camilla has long been a subject of public interest, and their informal closeness reveals a deep sense of understanding and support beneath the royal grandeur. The phrase "come on, darling" symbolizes the emotional bond that helps Charles navigate the pressures of his role. This instant boost can be seen as a form of Camilla's strategic leadership, one that not only lifts spirits, but also subtly influences decision-making in challenging situations. If such moments become more frequent, there may be a shift in the balance of power within the royal family. Camilla could take on greater authority in matters of internal policy and event organization, shifting the focus from external ceremonies to real governance. In this case, several possible scenarios could shape the monarchy's future based on the current dynamics. Evolution of protocol. A stronger emphasis on a personal approach and a departure from excessive formality could lead to a reform of royal etiquette. The younger generation, observing the dynamic between Charles and Camilla, may call for a more human and flexible monarchy, institutional influence. If Camilla continues to play an active role behind the scenes, it could set a precedent for redistributing responsibilities among royal family members. Such an approach would help the monarchy adapt to a rapidly changing world while maintaining its relevance and appeal. Public resonance. Positive public reception of Camilla's sincerity and natural demeanor could further soften the monarchy's image. In turn, this could contribute to the growing popularity of a more informal leadership style and even influence the country's political culture. On February 9, 2025, Princess Eugenie, the youngest daughter of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, shared a touching video to celebrate the 4th birthday of her eldest son, August Philip Hawke Brooksbank. In an Instagram post, she expressed her love and pride for her son, highlighting his curiosity, adventurous spirit, and speed. The phrase, "I love you, my boy, my angel," became a heartfelt expression of maternal love. August, born on February 9, 2021, is the eldest of Princess Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank's 2 sons. He was named in honour of his great-grandfather, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, as well as two other ancestors, Reverend Edward Hawke Brooksbank and Prince Albert, whose full name included August. At the time of his birth, August was 11th in line to the British throne, and he is currently 13th. In her post, Princess Eugenie wrote, "Happy birthday, my dear Augie. Today you are 4 years old. What an amazing 4 years. You are incredibly focused, curious, full of adventure and speed. I can't wait for all our adventures. So much more to come. I love you, my boy, my angel." Fans of Princess Eugenie actively responded to her post, sending congratulations and kind wishes to August. Interestingly, the name August was chosen in honor of Princess Eugenie's great-grandfather, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, as well as two other ancestors, Reverend Edward Hawke Brooksbank and Prince Albert, whose full name included August. Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank married on October 12, 2018, at St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. The wedding dress was designed by British designers Peter Pilotto and Christopher DeVos from the brand Peter Pilotto, and it was specially created to highlight the surgical scar on the princess's back from her childhood scoliosis surgery. Eugenie chose to reveal her scar to honor those who helped her and to inspire others with the same condition. After the wedding, the couple lived in Ivy Cottage at Kensington Palace before moving to Portugal, where Jack works at Michael Meldman's company. The family splits their time between the UK and Portugal, allowing them to enjoy family life away from the public eye. Princess Eugenie is actively involved in charity work, representing the Blue Marine Foundation and the Anti-Slavery Collective. However, on her son's birthday, she made an exception by sharing personal family moments with her followers. This shows her desire to stay connected with the public and share significant moments from her private life. Thus, the 4th birthday of August Philip Hawke Brooksbank became an important event for Princess Eugenie's family, reflecting their warm family bonds and commitment to the traditions of the British royal family. The sharing of personal photos and heartfelt wishes shows Princess Eugenie's desire to share joyful moments with her fans and maintain a connection with the public. Princess Catherine encountered unexpected heckling and wolf whistles from inmates at HMP Style in Wilmslow, Cheshire, during her visit on Tuesday. The Royal, known for her advocacy in areas such as early childhood development and maternal well-being, was visiting the facility's mother and baby unit, which supports incarcerated women raising their children. HMP Style, a prison and young offender institution for women aged 18 and over, has a specialised unit for mothers serving sentences or on remand. This unit is run by Action for Children, a charity the Princess supports as royal patron. During her visit, inmates in their cells shouted phrases like, "We need more funding," and "Tell them the truth," while some leaned out of windows to wolf whistle. Despite this, the Princess remained composed, smiling and waving at other inmates. Experts suggest that her calm response in such a situation reflects her poise and ability to handle tension with dignity. The Princess's visit was focused on learning more about the Mother and Baby Unit, a dedicated space for new and expectant mothers who are incarcerated. Women live in a separate area of the prison and are supported by trained staff and early years practitioners. The aim is to help maintain strong emotional bonds between mother and child while incarcerated. Speaking with the unit's staff, Princess Catherine praised the attention to the mother's emotional well-being. She said, "It is great that you are looking at the mother's well-being as well. The best thing for the baby is to have a mother whose emotional needs and well-being are met as well." Experts in early childhood development emphasize that a mother's mental health significantly impacts her child's development, suggesting that such programs are vital for both mothers and children. Princess Catherine also met with 2 former inmates, one who had been released 6 weeks earlier with her toddler, and another who had given birth in prison. The former inmate with a toddler shared that the support she received in prison, especially from the nursery, was invaluable. Help she felt would not have been available in her local community. The princess responded, "It shouldn't have to take something like this to get access to something like this." The conversation highlighted how critical it is to provide such resources to vulnerable women. Experts in social work argue that parental support during incarceration plays a key role in reducing recidivism, with studies showing that access to such support can significantly lower reoffending rates. The princess was told that the general reoffending rate for women is around 70%, but this drops to just 12% for women who receive parental support. During the visit, Princess Catherine met with the 4 inmates currently residing in the unit and toured their accommodations and the nursery. Her presence underscored her commitment to understanding how these programs benefit both mothers and children. Amanda Taylor, Operational Director of Children's Services at Action for Children, emphasized the importance of creating a supportive environment for both mothers and babies. Given the challenges the mums are going through, it is really important to give the babies the very best start in life, she said. Experts argue that such support is crucial for children's development, especially when they begin life in challenging circumstances. Princess Catherine's visit reflects her long-standing commitment to early childhood development, a cause she has consistently championed. Experts note that her focus on early years and maternal well-being is essential, as these early years significantly influence a child's future. By highlighting the positive effects of parental support programs in prisons, the princess continues to advocate for more resources and services to help incarcerated mothers and their children. Princess Catherine's visit to HMP Style demonstrates her dedication to supporting vulnerable families. By bringing attention to the importance of maternal support in prisons, she encourages improvements in services for incarcerated mothers. Her continued involvement in these initiatives has the potential to inspire further change, benefiting both mothers and their children. The current situation surrounding Prince Andrew remains one of the most discussed topics within royal circles. At the centre of this whirlwind of attention are the relationships between the prince and his daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. Experts believe that despite all the public outcry and legal troubles, the princesses not only continue to feel affection for their father, but are also actively trying to support him, hoping for changes in his life. According to several specialists, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie will desperately wish for changes in Andrew's life, as they still remember the warm moments when their father showed care and kindness towards them. Experts suggest that this attitude is similar to what is seen in other members of the royal family, where even after serious mistakes, relatives maintain a sense of love and responsibility. However, specialists note that the support from the daughters is more about the recognition of the need to preserve family ties, despite all the scandals, than unconditional affection. The situation escalated after Prince Andrew found himself at the center of public attention due to his connections with Jeffrey Epstein and Chinese businessman Yan Tengbo. Experts believe that these associations acted as a catalyst for the subsequent lawsuits and widespread criticism. Meanwhile, Andrew consistently denies the charges made against him, and his official public appearances, including attending the funerals of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, indicate that the royal family is still obliged to take his presence into account at official events, despite his controversial reputation. The topic of financial and property support for Prince Andrew also remains interesting and generates a great deal of speculation in the press. Some sources claim that even after all the scandals, Andrew continues to live in luxury, maintaining his status through financial inflows from the royal inheritance. Experts believe that this situation could have arisen while Queen Elizabeth II was still alive, and it is speculated that she may have left him something in her will. Specialists suggest that such a decision may have been motivated by concerns over Andrew's future behaviour, given his controversial reputation and complex position within the family. Well-known commentator Richard Kay has speculated that the Queen may have considered Andrew her favourite son, despite all the problems, which only adds to the mystery of his situation. Family relationships remain the main pillar for Andrew, despite all the external difficulties. Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, according to experts, are doing everything possible to support their father, visiting him at his residence, Royal Lodge, and trying to bring some stability back to his life. These actions suggest that despite public condemnation, there is still a sense of mutual support and affection within the royal family, which experts believe is a characteristic feature of the dynasty. Analysts are divided in their views. Some believe that Andrew will eventually move past the scandals, adopting a quiet lifestyle and restoring relationships with his loved ones, while others are certain that fundamental changes in his behaviour are unlikely. Experts note that even with the support of his daughters, the pressure from the public and his legal troubles could radically alter his future in the royal circle. Despite the ambiguity of the situation, one thing remains clear. Prince Andrew continues to be a figure that provokes contradictory opinions, and his family's efforts to support him serve as a striking example of how personal relationships can withstand external pressure and criticism. The situation surrounding Prince Andrew demonstrates a complex mix of personal tragedies, scandals, and internal family ties which, according to experts, will determine the future development of events in the royal family. Experts suggest that Andrew's future largely depends on his willingness to acknowledge his mistakes and choose a path leading to rehabilitation, with the support of his daughters potentially being a key factor in this process. King Charles will host a dinner at Windsor Castle with prominent political figures from the United Kingdom, raising numerous questions and speculations about the future political processes in the country. Experts believe that this event, informally dubbed the Sleepy Party in the media, serves both symbolic and practical purposes, aiming to unite leaders from different regions of the country. According to available information, invited guests include figures such as Sir Keir Starmer, the deputy leader of the Labour Party, along with leaders of decentralised regions, Northern Ireland's First Minister Michelle O'Neill and Deputy First Minister Emma Little Pengelly, as well as Scotland's First Minister John Swinney. However, it remains unclear whether the leader of Wales, Eluned Morgan, will attend. Experts suggest that this guest list could be an attempt by the king to demonstrate his ability to act as a unifying symbol for the entire country, despite growing regional divisions. The format of the event is also noteworthy. All invited participants, except for Sir Keir Starmer, may stay overnight at the castle and continue discussions over breakfast the following morning. Experts believe this informal setting fosters a more trusting atmosphere and opens up opportunities for informal negotiations that could touch on cooperation between the UK's various regions. Some analysts suggest that the royal initiative could signal the monarch's intention to play a more active role in matters of national unity, despite the long-standing tradition of royal neutrality. However, the event has not been without controversy. The presence of Michelle O'Neill, who has held a senior position in one of the radical Republican parties since 2018, may provoke a negative reaction both within her party and beyond. Experts believe that for some supporters of a more decisive course towards separation from traditional monarchical structures, such a meeting will be seen as a compromise with established institutions. Similar concerns are raised within the Scottish National Party, SNP. Despite leader John Swinney's public statement that Scotland would retain the monarchy even in the event of independence, voices within the party have called for a shift towards a republican model of governance. Experts believe these divisions could intensify if King Charles's initiative is perceived as political interference in matters of independence and self-determination. Many analysts note that such meetings and public events are becoming part of a new strategy, where the royal figure acts as a mediator and platform for addressing pressing issues. Experts believe that in the context of heightened internal political contradictions and regional divisions, King Charles's initiative could be an important step toward bridging the gap between the central government and regional leaders. However, the question remains: will this event be merely a symbolic ritual, or will it lay the groundwork for real changes in the political dialogue between different parts of the country? It can be suggested that this sleepy party is not just a nod to tradition, but an attempt to build new forms of interaction in a changing political reality. Experts believe that by inviting leaders from across the country, King Charles seeks to highlight the importance of dialogue and compromise, even if the methods and format of the event may provoke disagreements. It is very likely that such practices will be repeated in the near future, and their impact on the UK's political landscape will be assessed by historians and political scientists as one of the key factors in an era of change. A recent statement from Kensington Palace, published on February 11th, has once again drawn attention to how modern media and the public perceive the lives of royal family members. At the centre of the discussion is Princess Catherine's wardrobe, which has become the subject of controversy following the publication of an article in the Sunday Times. What motives might lie behind such statements, and how do they fit into the broader picture of the transformation of the image of the modern monarchy? Contemporary media often focus on small details that can distract from the core duties of royal family members. Emphasis on Princess Catherine's clothing typically sparks public interest, but also invites criticism from those who believe that attention should be focused on more important matters. The Sunday Times article hints at a possible shift in the palace's approach to publishing information about her wardrobe, which could be interpreted as an attempt to adapt to the increasing pressure from the media. The palace's statement, which underscores the unchanged policy regarding the publication of outfit details, can be seen as a strategic move. Officials may be trying to minimize the impact of speculation and maintain control over their image. The refusal to comment excessively on the wardrobe may signal that the royal family seeks to shift the focus back to public duties and important initiatives, rather than fleeting fashion details. Some publications and analysts point out that Princess Catherine's outfits not only reflect her personal style, but also influence fashion and culture. The decision by the official channel to refrain from regular commentary on her wardrobe may be an effort to reduce the hyper-focus on appearance, which, on one hand, helps emphasize the importance of royal affairs, but on the other, may disappoint fashion enthusiasts. This balance between public image management and serious public initiatives is a defining dilemma for the modern monarchy. A key element in this context is Princess Catherine's personal story. After a long break in 2024 due to cancer treatment and her recent announcement of being in remission, she is returning to her duties. This experience enhances her image not only as a style icon, but also as a person who has faced serious life challenges. Perhaps Kensington Palace aims to shift the public's focus from superficial details to her personal strength and dedication to important societal causes. Kensington Palace's statement can be seen as an attempt at image management, in an era where every word and detail are meticulously analysed by both the media and the public. The refusal to focus on her wardrobe symbolises a desire for a deeper discussion of the core of royal work, where personal trials and public responsibility take centre stage. This approach could contribute to creating a new image of the monarchy, one that combines traditional values with a modern understanding of personal and public significance. The Prince and Princess of Wales are preparing to spend quality time with their children during the upcoming February school break. Prince William and the Princess of Wales are caring parents of 3 children, and although Prince George, 11, Princess Charlotte, 9, and Prince Louis, 6, have often appeared at high-profile public events, their private lives are always kept out of the spotlight. The Wales family regularly enjoys family vacations and outings, such as ballet performances, trips to the UK's Lapland, and various festivals. However, photographs of the royal family in informal settings are not published. This reflects a clear privacy policy, which has always been important to the children's parents, especially to Princess Catherine and Prince William. When William and his brother, Prince Harry, were children, their late mother, Princess Diana, made an effort to provide her children with simplicity and normalcy despite their royal status. She often took them to McDonald's, movie theatres, and theme parks. For example, in the early 1990s, Diana took her sons to the Thorpe Park amusement park, and each time they became paparazzi targets as they laughed on water slides and rode roller coasters. Such photos became iconic and are still remembered by many. However, George, Charlotte, and Louis are unlikely to repeat this iconic moment with their parents, as they are afforded a greater degree of privacy. In 2015, Kensington Palace released a statement on behalf of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, addressed to media leaders, requesting that unauthorised photos of their children not be published after the press began following Prince George. This move marked an important moment in protecting the royal family's private life. Prince William and Princess Catherine have taken additional steps to ensure their children grow up in an environment as close to normal life as possible. One of these steps was the start of a tradition of official photos taken by the Princess of Wales for their children's holidays. This practice was established in 2015, and rather than hiring photographers, the Princess took charge of the process herself, allowing the family to remain apart from the press and capture more intimate, natural moments. Nevertheless, over time, George, Charlotte, and Louis are beginning to take on public duties. In recent years, they have accompanied their parents to sporting events such as the European Football Championship and Wimbledon, marking their first steps in public life. Experts suggest that such events are a preparation for future Prince George's role in royal matters, which may require him to master certain social skills and public behaviour. According to statements from their parents and other sources, Prince William and Princess Catherine make every effort to ensure that their children's upbringing remains as close to ordinary life as possible, despite their status. In an interview with the British media in Cape Town, South Africa, last November, Prince William noted that his children's education comes first, and royal duties can wait. As for the family, you may have to wait a bit longer because, of course, they're at school, and I think that takes priority over everything else, Prince William said. But I hope that next year Catherine will be a bit more involved, so maybe we'll have some extra trips. Such statements underscore the priority given to family and education for their children, which is also reflected in the actions of the Prince and Princess regarding their private lives. Experts believe that William and Catherine's desire to provide their children with a normal childhood in the context of royal life is an important aspect of their parenting. It not only reflects their concern for the children's well-being, but also serves as an example of how modern royal families strive to balance public duties and private family moments. The new era of the British monarchy, according to observers, begins with King Charles III, who aims not only to preserve the legacy of his mother, but also to bring freshness to the institution, adapting it to the realities of the 21st century. One of the most significant steps of the new monarch has been the revival of the practice of holding audiences with opposition leaders. This tradition, which originated in earlier centuries and was practiced until the 19th century, provided an opportunity not only for exchanging views between the monarch and representatives of various political forces, but also for strengthening trust in the political system. The revival of such a practice can be seen as a sign of King Charles III's desire to refresh the monarchy's image, making it more open and inclusive, capable of not only symbolically representing the people, but also actively participating in shaping political dialogue. This decision may lead to a closer connection between the royal court and Parliament, as well as the creation of a platform for constructive exchange of ideas in the face of increasing political polarization. Despite health issues, King Charles III demonstrates his determination to remain an active leader. Regular meetings with new members of Parliament and other public events show that the monarch views his role not only as a symbol of national unity, but also as an active participant in state affairs. The demanding nature of his duties, combined with personal challenges such as health problems, may pose a test for the king. However, it is precisely in these moments that the strength of the institution is revealed. Effective distribution of duties among the royal family members and the use of modern communication technologies help maintain a high level of activity and demonstrate that traditions can coexist with innovations and contemporary challenges. Along with internal transformations in the royal court, there is also a dynamic shift in the UK's political arena. In a situation where the country's political stability is constantly under pressure, sharp changes are possible, and a change in Prime Minister may be closer than previously anticipated. This scenario underscores the need to adapt institutional mechanisms to account for the rapidly changing political reality. As a symbol of national unity, the monarch now has to balance historical traditions with the modern demands for flexibility in governance. By taking an active role in public events, Charles III can serve as a stabilizing figure, capable of introducing an element of consensus in the midst of frequent political crises. The path charted by King Charles III demonstrates a desire to revive ancient traditions and renew the monarchy's role in modern society. The return to practices that facilitate dialogue between different political forces, combined with his intensive work, even in the face of personal difficulties, shows the king's intention to be not just a symbol, but an active player on the political stage. If he can successfully combine historical heritage with contemporary challenges, the British monarchy may reach a new level, playing a decisive role in shaping the country's future. The recent event in Middlesbrough, where King Charles and Queen Camilla encountered demonstrators holding large yellow placards with the slogan, "Not My King," raises important questions. What lies behind this protest against the monarchy, and what deeper societal and political processes does it reflect in modern Britain? For the first time in 32 years, a monarch visited Middlesbrough, making this rare public demonstration a battleground between symbols of tradition and a challenge to the status quo. Protesters, representing the group Republic, used a minimalist yet striking three-word slogan to express their discontent. Their placards served as a mirror of contemporary public sentiment, where established institutions are being scrutinized not only for their historical legitimacy, but also for their current economic and social relevance. On one side of the spectrum are local residents and officials, such as Mayor Chris Cook, who see the royal visit as an opportunity to revitalise the city and enhance its prestige. For them, the event is a chance to unite the community, celebrate cultural heritage, and even support local businesses. On the other side, Critics from Republic view these visits as little more than public relations exercises that come at a significant financial cost. The group accused local authorities of spending tens of thousands of pounds on the visit, while pressing issues such as cuts to social services and increasing tax burdens remain largely unaddressed. These divisions highlight a deeper rift between traditional symbols of power and a growing demand for greater accountability and efficiency in public spending. The protest in Middlesbrough was not just about rejecting an individual monarch. It was also a statement against a system that, in the eyes of the demonstrators, has become disconnected from the real needs of citizens. The "Not My King" placards symbolize a broader rejection of inherited privilege and a call for institutional modernization. The fact that the royal family continued with their planned engagements, visiting a factory, attending cultural events, despite the protests, could be seen as an attempt to maintain their image as active and relatable public figures, even as that image comes under increasing scrutiny. The central question raised by this event remains unresolved. Can the monarchy truly adapt to contemporary challenges, or are these protests merely the beginning of a larger societal reckoning with traditional forms of power? In the coming years, we may witness further efforts to reform Britain's institutional foundations, where the balance between tradition and modernization becomes a matter of intense debate. The anti-monarchy protests in Middlesbrough can be interpreted as a symptom of deeper social and economic tensions, prompting reflection on the monarchy's relevance in an era where accountability, transparency, and fair resource distribution have become central to public discourse. The British royal family has long been associated with tense family conflicts, hidden intrigues, and power struggles. The latest rumours, seemingly lifted straight from the script of a royal soap opera, suggests that Queen Consort Camilla could be stripped of her position at Buckingham Palace. However, as with many such stories, it is important to remember that these are still just speculations for now. According to rumours, it all began with a provocative comment from Princess Anne, known for her straightforwardness and deep sense of duty to the monarchy. Although she has never publicly spoken out against Camilla, her words, as reported by insiders, may have acted as a trigger for a series of events that could potentially lead to significant changes within the royal household. Anne may be concerned that Camilla's influence has already exceeded acceptable limits and could negatively affect the future of the monarchy. Interestingly, alongside Anne's active stance, there are reports suggesting that Princess Catherine, known for her diplomacy and restraint, which have always garnered trust, might share similar views. Despite her public composure, her behaviour and non-verbal cues, according to some sources, could indicate that she is not entirely supportive of Camilla's presence in the royal family's primary residence. If this is indeed the case, such subtle backing of Anne's position could amplify internal tensions and lead to significant changes in the royal power structure. If the rumours that Camilla could be stripped of her status at Buckingham Palace turn out to be true, it would represent an unprecedented step in the history of the monarchy. Buckingham Palace has symbolised stability, tradition, and unity for centuries. Removing Camilla would not only alter the family dynamics, but could also signal deeper transformations within the royal institution. According to some analysts, such a decision would result from a combination of factors: personal contradictions, shifting priorities within the family, and a desire to preserve traditions in the face of modern dynamics. As intriguing as these speculations are, it's worth remembering that many of the statements presented remain at the level of rumours and unverified information. In the ever-changing and internally competitive environment of the royal family, such speculation is not uncommon. However, if such changes do occur, they could drastically alter the future of the British monarchy, triggering a chain reaction throughout the entire institution. For now, we can only wait to see how events unfold and await official statements from the royal family. New details from Thomas Quinn's book, The Secret Life of Royal Servants, shed light on the inner workings of the royal court. The text, which describes how staff members coined a wild nickname for Prince Harry, referencing a character from the cult TV series Blackadder, invites us to reflect on how complex and contradictory a royal family member's personality can be behind the public splendor. According to the source, Prince Harry's staff did not hold back on sarcastic jokes, comparing him to a character who struggles with even the simplest tasks, such as putting on trousers. This mocking analogy, without a servant, Harry would need 2 weeks to put on his pants, emphasizes the image of an awkward and somewhat flustered individual. Perhaps this reflects a deeper issue. As a person accustomed to high expectations and public attention, Harry has to deal with daily routines that do not always align with his status. One insider recalls how even small mistakes, like carelessly handling papers in his private apartments, would provoke an intense reaction from Harry. Such behavior might be seen as a character trait, but within the context of the court, it takes on a specific connotation. The staff, while making their comments, seem to hint at a mismatch between the prince's public image and his actual daily habits. Humor and teasing, in this case, may serve as ways to ease the tension and create an informal atmosphere where even members of the upper class can be vulnerable. Interestingly, alongside character comments, the text also touches upon Harry and Meghan's living situation. The fact that Meghan allegedly felt slighted by living in Nottingham Cottage highlights the prince's dual position. On one hand, as a successor to royal traditions, and on the other, as someone attempting to balance personal life with public expectations. The move to Frogmore Cottage, gifted by the late Queen, can be seen as an attempt to address this dissonance. However, even here, debates about status and self-identity persist, signalling deep-seated contradictions within the monarchy itself. One could assume that behind the outward stability of the royal court, there are numerous nuances where irony, self-irony, and even sarcasm become tools for building informal relationships. Prince Harry, in this context, appears not so much as an object of criticism, but as a participant in a complex system where personality and status are in a constant search for balance. These revelations may serve as a catalyst for rethinking traditional norms of the monarchy in an era of change. In recent years, the British monarchy has faced increasing scrutiny regarding its relevance, efficiency, and cost to taxpayers. As the world changes, the British royal family is increasingly under pressure to modernize and adapt to new expectations. Among the various debates surrounding the monarchy's future, historian David Starkey has stirred controversy with his candid remarks about its future leadership. Starkey, known for his works on historical figures such as Henry VIII, recently shared his views on the royal family, questioning the current state of affairs and even taking aim at some of its members. One of his most provocative claims was that Prince William, the future King of the United Kingdom, is hopeless and better suited to managing a second division football team than leading the monarchy. David Starkey's comments, though harsh, reflect a growing sentiment in some corners of society that the British monarchy is slowly fading into irrelevance. With the passing of Queen Elizabeth II and the ascension of King Charles, the monarchy finds itself navigating a complex and changing landscape. Critics argue that the institution is struggling to maintain its historical importance in a modern world that demands transparency, accountability, and relevance. In his recent interview with The Telegraph, Starkey boldly suggested that Prince William, who is next in line to the throne, was not cut out for the monarchy. According to him, nature intended him for a different career altogether, one far removed from the weight of royal duties. He even went as far as to suggest that the prince would be more suited to managing a second division football team and would likely be stretched in that role. While these comments are certainly provocative, experts argue that they underscore a larger issue facing the royal family: its ability to remain relevant in an era that no longer looks to aristocracy for leadership. King Charles, who assumed the throne in 2022 following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, has long been associated with the idea of modernization. From the start of his reign, he has worked to adapt the monarchy to contemporary expectations. One of the key elements of his modernization efforts has been the creation of a slimmed-down monarchy, with fewer working royals taking on official duties. This approach is designed to make the royal family more efficient, cost-effective, and in line with public demands for fiscal responsibility. The shift towards a smaller, more focused monarchy has placed Prince William, Princess Catherine, and their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, at the centre of royal duties. The public's growing concerns over the costs associated with the monarchy have played a significant role in this change. By narrowing the scope of official royal activities, King Charles aims to ensure that the monarchy remains a symbol of unity and stability without being perceived as an excessive drain on taxpayers. While the idea of a streamlined monarchy may appeal to some, it also raises questions about the future of the institution. Experts speculate that as King Charles and his family focus on fewer engagements and a more selective number of royal duties, the monarchy could lose some of its traditional influence. Indeed, there is a concern that the role of the monarchy might evolve into something that is more symbolic and less central to the governance and culture of the United Kingdom. Prince William, who will eventually succeed King Charles, is said to have his own ideas for how the monarchy should evolve. Reports suggest that he has developed a 5-point plan for his reign, which includes a reduction in the number of royal engagements and patronages. Additionally, Prince William has reportedly considered the possibility of reducing the formal nature of royal duties, which could significantly alter the public perception of the monarchy. Sources close to the prince have revealed that his focus will be on the United Kingdom, with less emphasis placed on the Commonwealth, a sentiment that is not entirely new within the royal family. Prince William and Princess Catherine are reportedly reluctant to join royal tours of the Commonwealth, with both feeling that it is an outdated institution that no longer holds the same relevance it once did. If this perspective is accurate, it signals a shift in how the royal family views its relationship with the nations of the Commonwealth. According to some experts, Prince William's reluctance to engage with the Commonwealth is part of a broader effort to redefine the monarchy's purpose. In the face of mounting pressure for the family to remain relevant in a globalized world, the focus on the United Kingdom may be seen as an attempt to align the royal family more closely with the national interests of the British people. By distancing the monarchy from the Commonwealth, Prince William could be trying to ensure that the royal family remains a unifying symbol for the people of the UK, rather than one that is seen as more distant or disconnected. As the monarchy continues to evolve, public perception will play an increasingly important role in shaping its future. The British royal family has long been a symbol of tradition and continuity, but it must now contend with the challenges of modernity. While some members of the public may support a more streamlined and efficient monarchy, others may feel that such changes erode the essence of what the royal family represents. This delicate balance between tradition and modernization will likely be one of the defining features of the monarchy's future. Experts argue that the British monarchy faces a crossroads in the coming years. King Charles has already made significant strides toward modernizing the institution, but whether these efforts will be enough to ensure its long-term survival remains to be seen. Prince William, as the future king, will undoubtedly face a difficult task in carrying forward his father's vision while simultaneously adapting to the evolving needs of the British public. The monarchy's ability to remain relevant in the 21st century will depend largely on its capacity to evolve while retaining the sense of tradition that has defined it for centuries. The Prince and Princess of Wales officially celebrate Valentine's Day for the first time, sharing a touching photo on social media. The Prince and Princess of Wales have officially marked Valentine's Day for the first time by sharing a heartfelt photo on their social media accounts. Experts suggest that this gesture is not accidental and may carry a deeper meaning. The published image, a still from a video released in September, documenting the completion of Princess Catherine's treatment, captures the couple in a romantic moment. In a wooded area near their home in Norfolk, Prince William tenderly kisses his wife on the cheek while their fingers are intertwined. The touching image is accompanied only by a simple red heart emoji, emphasizing its intimacy and warmth. According to experts, this post may serve not only as an expression of love, but also as a message of unity during challenging times. It marks the first time that members of the royal family have openly acknowledged this holiday, raising questions about potential shifts in their public strategy. The love story of Princess Catherine and Prince William began over 20 years ago, when they met while studying at the University of St Andrews. Nearly a decade of courtship led to William's marriage proposal in October 2010, when he presented Catherine with the iconic sapphire engagement ring that once belonged to his mother, Princess Diana. Their wedding, held in April 2011 at Westminster Abbey, went down in history as one of the most spectacular royal celebrations. However, behind the grandeur, the family has faced significant challenges. The past year has been particularly difficult due to the Princess of Wales's serious illness. In an interview, Prince William admitted that the past 12 months had been the hardest of his life. In September, Kensington Palace released an emotional video in which Princess Catherine expressed her relief upon completing chemotherapy, but also acknowledged that the past year had been incredibly tough. Now, with the princess announcing her remission, experts believe that sharing such a personal image on Valentine's Day may symbolize not only love and joy, but also a new chapter in their lives. It could also be a sign of gratitude for the overwhelming public support the family has received during these difficult times. This week, the family is expected to retreat to their beloved Anne Hall estate in Norfolk to spend the February holidays together. Many are wondering whether this heartfelt gesture signals a new stage in the public life of the Princess of Wales, and if we can expect more candid glimpses into the royal family's life in the future. Who is the most romantic couple among British monarchs? Despite the reserved public image of the monarchy, their personal stories are filled with love, passion, and unexpected twists. Prince William and Princess Catherine have long been regarded as a strong and harmonious couple. Their marriage in 2011 became the embodiment of a modern royal fairy tale. However, this Valentine's Day, for the first time, they decided to share a romantic post on social media, touching the hearts of their fans. Could this be an attempt to reinforce their positive image amid growing public interest in their marriage? Charles and Camilla, true love or political alliance? The couple is celebrating their 20th wedding anniversary, and their union is often cited as an example of compatibility. However, for decades, Charles and Camilla's relationship was surrounded by scandals and public skepticism. Today, the King and Queen stand strong together, but the question remains, is their marriage the result of genuine love or political necessity? Edward and Sophie, a strong bond, free from scandals. Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie may stay in the shadow of more prominent family members, yet their marriage is considered one of the most stable. They refer to each other as best friends and steer clear of dramatic headlines. Perhaps this is the true secret to their lasting happiness. Harry and Meghan, romance or PR? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle continue to publicly showcase their love, despite their move to the US and break from the royal family. However, many critics argue that their passion is a carefully curated image designed to capture public attention. Is their love truly sincere, or is it simply part of a well-crafted brand? Each of these couples is unique in their own way, leaving the title of the most romantic pair up to public opinion. The stability of William and Catherine, the trials of Charles and Camilla, the sincerity of Edward and Sophie, or the dramatic love story of Harry and Meghan, which inspires you the most? And who would you choose? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy our videos, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the latest updates on the royal family with us.